Ah, hello, dearest. Come on over to the Insight Timer app to be part of our live discussion if you wish. Mm, welcome. So happy to see your faces or your profile pictures, even if they're not your face. Hi, friends. So many familiar faces. Hi, Megan. Hi, Jason. Hi, Liz. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. How's our sound? How is the visual for you? Hi, Catherine. Hey, Riley. Thank you, Jason. Hi, Sandy. Hey, DJ. Things are coming through a little slowly in the chat. Oh, welcome, Nancy. Great to meet you too. Thank you. Hey, Jacqueline. Welcome. Hi, Belinda. Mm, mm. I love our community so much. Um, All right, just as a reminder, if you're not on Insight Timer, come on over to Insight Timer to join us for our live time together today, our discussion and being together. Hmm, so much gratitude for each of you. My name is Selena Layel. I am just grateful, so grateful. I lead live sessions here on the app each week, and generally 2 sessions a week, one on Mondays, soon to be after the time zone change, the time not time zone change, the time change, daylight savings. We will be meeting at 6 p.m. Eastern on Mondays, and we meet for our Vinyasa yoga session on Tuesdays at what will be after the 13th, what will be 3 p.m. Eastern Time. I have many, many recordings, talks, meditations. We have a group here on the app called Love Heals All. It's a community forum to come together authentically, vulnerably, in the moments that we feel full of love and like giving and sharing, and in the moments that we feel like we're lost in the darkness and we're needing support, or for someone to just be there or listen or see us. All are welcome in the group. All of you, all of us, and all parts of ourselves, not just the parts that are happy and presentable. Yeah, all parts. Oh, I'm so happy to see you all. Sudung, Anan, Britt, Maggie, Stella. Thank you, Jason, for posting the name of our group. Brad. Mm, grateful. Hi, Claudia. Today is our third session. Third session? Third session, I believe, in our 7-week series, Awaken My Heart, techniques to practice and cultivate greater self-love. Oh, great, Angie. Hey, Ola. Hey, Gunila. Hey, Cindy. Wonderful. Extra warm welcome to everyone here for the first time. I'm so happy that you decided to join for whatever reason you're here. So grateful you're here. Ah. So I kind of touch on this each time we come back to our series. Let's look at it from a different angle, though. Why is self love so popular? Is it so popular because it's something you should do? Is it so popular because It's on trend for wellness and self-care activities. Is it so popular because I don't know why. All the reasons we might think it is. Why do we think self-love is a popular topic these days? And I would say there are many reasons, all of which I mentioned, and many more that we can all think of collectively. The reason, in my experience, in my opinion, that self-love I feel far from you, but I guess if you're not on the widescreen, I have the widescreen on. If you're not on the widescreen, I'm probably really close to you right now, but I wanna feel like I'm closer with you. In my experience, the reason self-love is so popular is because when we truly feel an experience of loving ourselves, whether that looks like more compassion or more patience or more self care activities, whatever it looks like, when we really practice self love, we are in the path of freedom. We are in the path of joy. We are in the path of true, lasting peace. Because the more I love myself, the more I give myself permission to be the one having an experience, which is quite often a very messy, at times painful human experience. And that love fills the heart. That love fills the mind. That love even fills the body. And if you're kind of like, what is this lady talking about filling the body? I invite you to consider or remember a time in your life when you felt totally elated. Maybe you were with someone that you love with every fiber of your being, or you were just thinking about someone you love so much, and you had an experience where maybe you didn't feel as tired, or as physically ill, or as much chronic pain. That experience of love lifted your spirits in such a way, and this is also biochemical, it's what happens in the brain and the nervous system and the body as well. But that love lifted you in such a way that you didn't experience pain in the same way. Love fills every crevice, every space, every place inside that we feel is wrong or missing something. It fills all of that. And we realize and really experience that we are whole, that we are lovable, that we are worthy of all good things, no matter the mistakes we've made in life. We are not something to be compared to others. We are an individual having an experience, and nothing we could ever do, think, or say could take away from the exquisite self that you are, that I am, and the love that we are. So for me, self love is so important and so popular because it is a reminder to come home. Not only a reminder, but a path. It is a path to freedom. So this is why we're here. We are here in this. And of course, we can look at this in so many other ways. Yes, if you wish to change the world, change yourself. You can't love others until you love yourself. It all starts with us, with our perception of the world, with what we bring to the world, and what we give to ourselves is our cap. It's our limit for what we can give to others. And that might seem a little confusing because for some of us we're like, "No, I can give hours of my time for someone else's well-being and I take terrible care of myself." Sometimes I think about it like this. I do I have something here to show? I'll just use my hands. So we have many of us have this experience of feeling like we can love others, but we can't love ourselves. Yes? Give me a little hello in the chat if you know that experience. This experience of being able to be kind with others, but not ourselves, or caring with others, but not ourselves, or just to give, 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 give to others and have difficulty giving to ourselves. Yeah. Thanks for chiming in, my friend. So many of us feel that way. And many of us really have an experience of I can love people, but I don't love myself. I can't love myself. And this is this is kind of the way that I think about it. Let's say that this is a block, we'll call it, because many of us can relate to that word. A block around our heart. And maybe this block, we experience it as blocking someone else out. Oh, I can't stand that person. They're terrible. And so we close off part of our heart. Or maybe this is about us, right? Oh, I'm not lovable. I'm not worthy. And so this block is around my heart in relationship to love, even within myself. If this block is here, I might feel or think that I'm loving people more than I'm loving myself. But if this block is in front of my beautiful, exquisite, sacred heart, this block is here in every relationship. If I'm not able to love myself, then whatever I'm experiencing of loving another is maybe not what I think it is. And as always, I'm not here to tell you that what I'm saying is right or that you need to agree with me. It's always just food for thought. Yes, sometimes it sparks an awareness. Sometimes you're like, I don't agree. And that's totally cool with me. I'm not here to try to change your belief systems. We're just here to be together, satsang, gathering of truth. And we will move into a meditation before our time is over, I promise. So, and this can look many ways, right? Maybe we say, "Oh, well, I can love somebody else, but I can't love myself." What is that love? What are we categorizing as love? Is it giving of your time? Because we can give of our time and be really resentful, right? A lot of us do that. We're like, I give you everything I have. We're not doing that from a place of love. Maybe deep down we love that person, but there are some other motives in there, right? Survival strategies in there, needing to feel seen, needing to feel safe. We take on pleasing habits so that we can have someone reflect back to us that we're worthy or that we're safe in our lives or in the world. There's so many reasons, and we could go on and on here. Where do we think that we're being loving? And is it truly love or is it emotion? Is it habit? Is it pattern? Is it actually resentment mixed with action? Yes, there's so many ways we can look at it. So many. But at the root of it, what I'm inviting us to consider is that we really can only love others as much as we love ourselves. And maybe you're able to care for others more than you, right? Maybe you take really good care of another person or your children or your partner or someone in your life, or maybe at work, you're so good at taking care of things and tending to things. But when it comes to your personal life or your health and well-being, you just don't take good care of yourself at all. That's a behavior, right? That's different. It's absolutely possible to take really good care of other people and not take good care of ourselves. But we're speaking about something deeper than our physical actions and our behaviors and our words. We're talking about the capacity of the heart, which is infinite, by the way, but that openness, that receptivity, that aliveness of the heart. Y'all are cute. I see you in there. Sib and Monica and everybody throwing your hellos back and forth. Oh, I love you. One day we'll all sit together in person. At least some of us. Some of us already have been together in person, haven't we? Beautiful time spent together in retreat. What a gift. What a gift Insight Timer is. Just think about it. So many of us would have never met. We would have never experienced each other's light or hearts or minds or smiles, even, or hear each other's voices for those of us who've connected beyond this form of the platform. And Insight Timer is the source of that. What a gift. What a gift. So, love, are you feeling me, my friends? This awareness about this around the heart and thinking that we can love others when we don't love ourselves, or that we can love others if we really hold a strong grudge against someone. Is this kind of making sense for you? Can you kind of see how this might be taking place within your own being? Yeah, Catherine saying good point regarding the caring behavioral piece. Absolutely, because we can definitely take much better care of others. But that's not necessarily a free, true expression of the love that we are. And I'm not talking about emotional love. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, you broke my heart. I'm not talking about the emotional love. I'm talking about that essence, that freedom of being that we are. Yeah, Liz, thanks for sharing. Liz shared, I treat other people with a lot more kindness, compassion, and respect than I treat myself. Absolutely. And that's in itself one of the great benefits of taking on self-love techniques, meditations, and habits. It trains us to love ourselves. Many of you have heard me share this story or this kind of experience in my life of how loving Sai Ma, my teacher of over 20 years, taught me how to love myself. I would say things like, "Oh, my beloved Ma," or I would say, "I love you, my Ma." I would speak to Ma in such loving ways, and I would think of Ma in such loving ways, and I would acknowledge Ma in such loving ways. And I did this so much that before I knew it, I was saying things to myself like, "Oh, my beloved." How beautiful is that? That when we find a place to freely actually give love, not just behavioral love, not even love, not just behaviors and thoughts and words, but an actual place to freely give our love can teach us how to love ourselves. So, again, that's why we're in this. We're in this to better learn and cultivate the skills, the tools, the ways of thinking and being, the habits of being compassionate with ourselves, of being kind with ourselves. That's what we're learning in each of these lessons, yes? Each of these sessions together. Yeah, Marie shared, we all end up in the same teacher groups. I see many friends here. Yeah, it's beautiful. Like attracts light. Yes? Like that was a slip of the tongue, but it made sense. I said like attracts light. And I meant like. They both work. Uh oh, I love that, Maggie. Beautiful. Maggie shared that she looks into the mirror and tells herself how much she loves herself. That's it. That's a really, really big tool skill set there. It's something I've been working with clients with for many years. It's one of the first things I give clients sometimes if that's the route we're going. And for many, it feels very difficult. It's very uncomfortable. It's very foreign. It's very awkward to look in your own beautiful eyes in the mirror and to be able to say, I acknowledge you for, I'm grateful to you for this. I love your beautiful smile. I love it when you sing. I'm so grateful for your strength. And maybe one day we get to the point where we can authentically look into our beautiful eyes in the mirror and say, I love you. I love you. I love you. If you haven't tried that on, I invite it. Oh, I love that, Maggie. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's okay, Britt. Britt is sharing, I wish I could look at myself in the mirror and say those things to myself, but I'm not there. It's okay, my love. It's okay. That's why we're here. We're here to grow together, to cultivate these tools together. And although it can feel so painful and we judge ourselves so much for not being there, right? Wherever there is in our lives, whether it's with our career or relationships or physical health or relationship to self, there's always some there. And if we're not in that there, we're so unkind and beat ourselves up. So it's okay, love. It's okay. We're in this together. I've been engaged in this work for decades and I still find my mind getting nasty sometimes. I shared that in our last time together. I shared about how I walked into the bathroom and looked in the mirror and the thought popped up, "You're so ugly." And for anyone who missed our last session or the little post that I put out on Instagram, a clip of our time together, um, I acknowledged that voice very differently than I would have in the past. And it's taken practice and it's taken time. But when that voice said, "You're so ugly," there was a new awareness. And I just naturally placed my hand on my heart with this tenderness. And I said, "Oh, sweetheart, what pain is happening inside of you right now to be thinking about you that way? What pain you must be feeling to have those kinds of thoughts. Let me be here with you." Oh, I love that, Katie. Hi, friends. I'm so happy to see you. Great to see some of you chatting in for the first time today. Thank you, Mary. Hi, my dearest Richard. Yeah, I love that, Liz. Talk to yourself as you would to someone you love. Hmm. Catherine Sharon, I'm able to love my children and would do anything for them. But when it comes to me, I withhold for myself. I don't understand how come I can love them, the good and the bad and the ugly, but for myself, it's a different story. Yeah. Did we speak about this last time? I've been speaking a lot on different platforms on this topic lately, so I can't remember exactly everything that we went over last time. Here's my invitation, though, for Catherine and any of us that are still in that experience where we're just so hard on ourselves. First of all, there are so many wonderful meditations on this app. I'm sure if you looked up self love, you could find meditations to last the rest of your life. So, whether it's meditations that I have or others have here, I invite you to just start feeding your mind with these awarenesses. A couple of things you might look into that I have here on the app. I have a couple of talks that are recordings of lives that are really helpful to start to understand this more. One is a talk on meeting the inner critic with love. I can't. I don't have it open here, so I apologize. I don't actually know the name of it. But just look up a talk that I have. It might be a talk and a meditation about meeting criticism with love or meeting the inner critic with love. And this starts to highlight more of one of the reasons why it can be why we're so hard on ourselves. Not one of the reasons, many of the reasons, because so much of it is just conditioning, it's survival strategies, it's self-preservation. And we're trying to keep ourselves in line so that we don't get hurt. But the backwards thing about it is this internal voice of judgment, which is really rooted in fear. It actually causes more pain than it does good at this point for most of us. So I invite you to find those talks, my friends. Meeting the criticism or inner critic with compassion, with love. I can't remember the exact name, but it's here on the app under my profile, under the tracks. And also, You Are the Love That You Seek might be a helpful one to listen to as well. It's another recorded talk. You are the love that you seek. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you, Catherine. And thank you for everyone who's been sharing more of your personal life and experiences. Oh, good, Marie. Marie, should I feel less alone right now? Thank you all. Oh, it's so good to be together. So good. Can you feel the love, my friends? I mean, if you just let your heart relax for just a split second, can you feel the love that we are here together? We're all over the planet. We can't even see each other, right? You can just see and hear me, but we're so connected. And we're so connected in our intentionality for healing and love and freedom and connection and self love. And again, if you're not already in our group, come join our group. Love heals all. Love heals all. That's beautiful, Liz. Thank you. all that big love right back to you. Okay. Sometimes one of the most essential pieces in our healing journey is to go and find the parts of us that we've left behind. In our last session, we moved into the self-soothing technique, which I have a recording of here on the app as well. So you can find that self-soothing practice is what it's called. And it's a really powerful way to meet ourselves with whatever we're feeling or thinking with compassion and with love. And to really just give ourselves room to feel it. And and to also find the parts of us that do feel like they've been left behind. Because when we judge ourselves for something, or when we feel afraid and we push that feeling of fear away, or when we feel sad or insecure and we push that away or we judge ourselves for it. It's like we're pushing these parts of ourselves away. We're abandoning these parts of ourselves, trying to feel happy or peaceful or just not to have to feel pain. And it's not because we don't love ourselves. Again, these are strategies, survival mechanisms to help us feel like we can make it in our day-to-day lives, make it whatever in the world, make it in whatever we had to go through in our childhoods and still navigate in our lives. So we come home to ourselves. And one of the ways that we do this is by going and bringing home the pieces that we've left behind. We go and we find them. In my life, I've experienced this in many different ways, uh, different techniques like soul retrieval techniques, or different healing modalities or journeys to go and gather these parts of ourselves that we left behind. So for today, we are, thank you, Daniel. For today, we are going to go back and find the inner child. Many of you are familiar with inner child work. For some of us, it's totally new. I invite you to come with an open mind today. Empty your cup so that you may find who is waiting for you inside. I can't tell you how many times I've done inner child meditations, and every single time I find something. I retrieve a part of me that was abandoned, find a part of me that was just too scared or maybe too upset to let me in, to let me love myself. The list goes on. So let us move into our meditation. The energy is getting really strong, so I can feel my voice is going deeper and quieter. It's kind of like this blanket of energy comes in, this healing sphere that we're all inside of. If you were here in our last session, we ended our time together creating a sphere of light and healing for the world and for anyone or any place or any peoples that we wished to really hold in that healing light and energy. And we are inside of this. It's like a grid. If you're unfamiliar with this concept of an energetic grid, you might envision it like a do you remember anyone remember those things on a playground when you were a child and they were like a half dome shape, but they were all of these metal bars and you could kind of climb all over the metal bars? Or maybe you imagine like a circle, like a sphere, and it has all of these lines, kind of like a graph in it. Sometimes that's how I imagine a grid. I'm sure there are a million ways you can imagine a grid, but it's like a vortex of energy, a specific space of energy, and we consciously are inside of grids and creating them consciously and unconsciously all of the time. So we can consciously create grids that are like these energetic containers for whatever we consciously choose to put into them. So, for example, if we were creating a healing grid, we might welcome the energy of peace, or we might welcome the energy of compassion, or we might actually even imagine inviting our ancestors, or angels, or spirit guides, or whatever esoteric beings you might work with. We might imagine welcoming them into that grid. So whenever we come together and do this work, and I know this might be way out there for some of you, as always, take it or leave it. I'm just sharing a little bit of the behind the scenes, that even though we are spread out all across this planet, when we come together in this way, we are inside of an energetic grid, and a grid that I've consciously created, and a grid that we've naturally created, co-created by being together, where this space of healing and awareness, or at the very least, greater relaxation starts to take place. Yeah, exactly, Cindy. It's like this talk and this meditation is a container. Exactly. So we're all inside of this together. All of that being said, I just wanted to check in and make sure you could still hear me as my voice is becoming lower. Thanks for sharing that, Sid. That's okay. The gift we give to others is to love them where they are. I'm still working on it. My older brother, who I had a conversation with this morning, was laughing at me when I was trying to fix him again. I just have so many great ideas to share, though. We just love people where they are. And if you really want to know how to influence someone's life for change and transformation, be that. Be the embodiment of the transformation. Be the embodiment of the self love. It's contagious. Okay. So, can you hear my friends? Is the sound coming through okay? I know the chat is delayed per usual, so I'll just wait a moment. Okay, great. Oh, we can hear. Okay, finally it's coming in. Thanks. Thanks, Deborah. I'm seeing your comments, so I imagine a few more will fly in. Okay, get comfortable. If it's possible to be seated, I invite you to sit upright rather than lying down. Um, you're welcome to lie down. One of the reasons that we do often practice meditation in a seated position is so that the mind stays alert. Otherwise, it's very easy to fall asleep, and this is okay. Yet, for this experience, we would like the mind to stay conscious. So, in your comfortable seated position, I invite you to close the eyes. Roll your shoulders up and back a few times and feel like there's this opening, this stretching happening across your chest. Really pull your shoulders back, reach your chest forward. Don't hurt yourself. Don't go to an extreme, but really just open your chest and then relax the shoulders down. You can have the palms maybe on the knees or the thighs. Relax the arms. Feel a space between the teeth. Let the lips be soft. Feel this softening spreading through the face, the cheeks, the small muscles around the eyes and the forehead. Relax your belly. Let it hang as much as possible for your body type. Feel your hips heavy and sinking down. And feel that we are all here together. Each and every part of you is welcome in this space. Your mind, your emotions, your body, everything that you experience as you is welcome here. The shadow and the light. Take a slow, deep breath in Exhale through the mouth. Inhale deeply. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Slow exhalation through the mouth. Breathe naturally. Feel your body becoming more relaxed, heavier. Start to imagine the sound of running water like a gentle stream, this soothing sound of clear water flowing between rocks, glistening in the sunlight. Cool, refreshing water from a stream. And then there you are, standing beside this stream. The sun is warm on your skin. The ground and the grass are soft beneath your feet. There are beautiful trees all around you, their branches and leaves dancing in the breeze. You are in a peaceful, safe place inside of your own mind and heart. And it is beautiful. You hear the sound of the water, the songs of birds. Maybe you see a butterfly. Let this beautiful, safe place in your mind become more detailed, seeing it as exquisite, even magical. Maybe there are sweet forest animals that bring a comforting feeling to your heart. In this place, you feel like you have permission to rest. No striving, no trying, no fighting or resisting. You just get to rest. And then it's as if a wave of energy, a wave of curiosity moves through you. And you sense that something is beyond these trees. You start to walk through the trees. And you can still feel the warmth of the sun kissing your skin between the branches. The earth is soft and cool beneath your feet. This is a safe place, a sacred place where magic happens and where healing exists. in everything around you. As you walk through the trees, you come to a wide open space that feels like freedom, it feels like joy, it feels like peace. For you, it is just what you are needing in this moment. Maybe you see wildflowers everywhere, or maybe you find it more nourishing in this wide open space to see the earth or boulders. It is such a beautiful day, though, and the sky is blue, and your heart feels lighter. You begin to walk through this wide open space, curious, relaxed. And that's when you see a magnificent tree, a tall tree with a wide trunk. It is so old and so wise. And there's something about this tree that feels like home, something so comforting and familiar. And as you approach the tree, you realize that there is someone waiting for you, someone who has been here waiting for you for a very long time. And it is you, this young part of yourself who has needed you and waited for you to remember them, to come back for them. See yourself as this young person. Maybe you are a preteen or a child or even an infant. See how old you are in your mind, what you're wearing. See the expression on your face and sense what this little one is feeling, this young one. This part of you has been waiting for a long time, not for anyone else but you. I invite you to give this young one the space to express themselves freely. And you just listen. Listen with an open mind, an open heart. What does this young version of you need to express? It may be in words, it may be with their body, or maybe you just understand what they are expressing, even without words. Just listen. And remember to breathe. This part of you has been holding so much inside. Really be here right now with this part of you. We spend so much of our lives just abandoning ourselves so that people will like us or that someone will love us or that so we'll get a job or we'll be accepted. Don't leave yourself right now. Stay so present with you. And now, whatever it is that you feel to say to this young part of you, express that now from your heart. What do you wish to say to yourself, this young child, infant, teen? You might find yourself saying, I'm sorry. I love you. I need you. I miss you in my life. You're so important to me. You're so precious. You're so beautiful. Please forgive me. I need you in my life. And feel what's possible in this moment. Maybe this young part of you is just ready to be held by you. Or maybe you're just sitting beside this part of you. Let yourself know how important you are and how precious you are. And thank this part of you. Thank this precious little one for whatever you wish to thank them for. Maybe there are many things. Maybe you just even wish to thank them for letting you in today, for letting them love you, letting you love you. And you can welcome this part of you into your life, into your heart. Maybe you make a special place in your heart and just invite this inner child into your heart. Maybe you wish to take their hand or hold them so close in your arms. And if they're not ready for that, that's okay. You can just acknowledge them with your love and your care. And I invite you to just really be with your experience right now. This isn't about anyone else. This is you for you. This is a gift you're giving yourself. Be inside right now. This sacred space, this place inside of your own heart and your own mind is always here. It's a place you can come to when you're feeling upset or afraid. It's a place you can come to when you would like to connect with your inner child, or if you just want to nurture your inner child or even play with your inner child. Or if you feel there's some part of you upset and you don't even know who it is, come back here. Come back to this tree and see who's waiting for you. It's always a part of you, a part that you've left behind because you didn't know any better, or maybe because you were trying to keep yourself safe. So, right now, welcome this preciousness of you into your life again, however that feels right. And it's time to step away from this space, although it's always right inside of you. So, your inner child may be in your arms, or maybe you gave your inner child a safe place to live inside of your heart, or maybe you're holding their hand, or maybe your inner child or this young part of you just needs to stay here at the tree a little longer. And that's okay. Feel yourself, see yourself beginning to walk away from this tree and feeling this gratitude and this tenderness for this time with you, and knowing you can return to this again and again and again anytime you wish. Maybe your inner child is safely at the tree, or maybe they are with you as you walk back through the trees, feeling the earth under your feet and the sun on your skin and the breeze through the branches, tickling the hair on your neck until you find yourself standing beside the stream again. The peaceful sound of running water nourishes you deeply. You feel the soft grass beneath your feet. You hear the songs of the birds. And you can feel in your heart that whether your child is at the tree or with you right now by the stream, they are always with you. Take a deep breath in and out. Relax the body. And if you can, take your hand and gently rub your heart center in a circular motion. Feel your chest and your belly relaxing as you offer yourself this moment of loving kindness. Continue to take some deep breaths. You can stretch the body a little. Feel your seat beneath you. Start to welcome your mind back to this moment, feeling that this safe, sacred, beautiful space is still right here inside of you, always right here for you. And whenever you feel ready to, open the eyes. Hmm. So much tenderness. Hmm. Thank you. Thank you. Hmm. Take your time. Something you might wish to do is to create like a name for this part of you. I know that this part of you has your name, but maybe there is another special name you'd like to give to this tender, precious part of you. So you can dialogue with this part of you, or at the very least, practice speaking to this part of you with love and kindness. If there's anything you wish to share, we will stay together for a few more moments for a mindful discussion, sharing time, and then we'll complete in a few minutes. I do have a recording similar to this called Inner Child Healing. It's under the tracks under my profile page. So if you'd like to revisit this and the guidance is helpful, you can come back to the meditation. Thank you so much for your donations. Thank you for donating to me so that I can continue being here and living. And also thank you because, as we were speaking to this deep gratitude for Insight Timer, the part of the donation goes to Insight Timer too. And so your donations help to keep the platform alive, and available to each and every one of us. So thank you. Mm. Oh, beautiful. I love that starlight little Shay Shay. Yeah, Sandy, I felt the deep energy coming in for us in that one. Yeah, yeah, Dila. Painful and beautiful at the same time. That's the healing of the heart. Yes, that's the cracking open of the heart. We experience those layers of pain as we're freeing ourselves and going deeper. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Ganila. Oh, I love it, Lizzie. Yes, yes, yes. Beautiful. Ah, oh, beautiful, my love. Beautiful, Lordana. Beautiful. I just want to share this comment for anyone who's not watching on Insight Timer. Thank you so much. I have always been afraid of inner child practices. I didn't necessarily know why, but I never wanted to try it. I'm happy I tried this with you now. I cried a lot. I kept telling my smiling inner child, "You are allowed to be a child. You are not responsible for your parents' feelings. You are loved as you are." Oh, that's it. That's it. That's it, my love. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. That is it, 100%. Awesome, Daniel. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Yes, Liz. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thank you, Katie. Mm. Mm. I love that, Richard. Richard sharing. And he's also sharing that he's going to share more in the group. So if you're not part of the group, Love Heals All, come join us. He shared, "It's amazing as we show up each day and go into that place where we find our name, the simpler things become. It's so close to us, just there, a breath away, a moment away, so close." Yeah, always right, dear. Thank you, Helene. Thank you, friends. Oh, I love you. Just going to gaze at your little profile pictures for a moment and love and gratitude. It's fun, so many of us have been together for so long now that I know your profile pictures, even if it's not a picture of your face. I know it's you. I love you. So grateful to see you and looking forward to seeing many of you tomorrow for our yoga asana practice at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Again, just a reminder after the time changes on the 13th of March, 12th, 13th of March, it'll be all sessions will be an hour later. Uh, Beautiful Maggie. Hi, Jeanette. Uh, I love it. Yeah, let me before we close out, why don't you just share if you found a name for your little one? Um, oh, Richard. Oh, my love. Oh, blessings, blessings, blessings. Absolutely. Absolutely. Connect with me one-on-one, please, and in our uh, not circle, group. I'd love to do that. And um for anyone who didn't see Richard's comment, he's going to be going to Ukraine soon. And we we have been putting so much of our collective energy in our sessions on Ukraine and Russia and the whole world, because there are many things happening that are not um, widely televised or followed by the news. So why don't we complete today? Um, I'm just kind of skimming through your comments briefly because I'd love to complete today the way we did last time. So for anyone who would like, um, we're just going to collectively create a healing grid or a healing sphere of light for all, and we can hold our beloved Richard and all those in Ukraine and Russia in this, and the whole planet, and anyone in your life, whether it's you or someone in your life that is having a challenging time. We can place all, each and every one, in this sphere of light. So let's just take a breath together. Close the eyes if you wish, and feel your heart. If you don't have a sense of what your heart feels like, just bring your awareness to your chest. Maybe you can feel the beating of your physical heart. And then start to imagine or feel this warmth, this glowing light in your heart. And it's beyond the beauty of any light you've ever seen. It is a light of healing, of sacredness, of love. And it pulsates in your heart, in the center of your chest. This magnificent, bright light of healing and love. And start to feel, to imagine, to visualize that there is a thread of light or a tube of light from your heart that connects your heart to the heart of someone else in this circle. And their heart is connected to the heart of someone else in this live today. And even if you're watching the replay of this, where there's no time and space when it comes to energy, until we feel and imagine, even see in our minds, that every one of our hearts, over 200 of us, are all connected in this circle of light. One light moving through all of our hearts until we create this sphere of light between us, not just a circle, but a whole sphere of light, a sun of light, this grid of light. And in this grid of light, this sphere, we can pour in all of our healing intentions and prayers for anyone and anything. Maybe you just imagine that this healing sphere of light is filled with peace, it's filled with joy, it's filled with healing, it's filled with forgiveness, it's filled with oneness. It's filled with the grace of your guides, your ancestors, your angels, source, God, whomever you wish the healing of to be in this sphere. and feel that this sphere is bright enough and big enough to hold all of creation. And inside of that, see everyone and everything that you would like for this light to touch, to merge with inside of this sphere, inside of our circle of light. We see Richard. We see the places in the world. We see all of the people in the world. We see the people in our lives. We see ourselves all in this circle and this healing light. And each and every one is being washed with our intentions, or if you believe in prayer, being washed in these prayers, being washed in the grace of love and protection and healing. May we love, serve, and remember that we are all connected and we are all one. It is only the mind that has us believe otherwise. We are one. Let's take a breath together. And when you're ready, open the eyes. Mm, I love you with all that I am, all that is. I am yours in love. Thank you. Blessings, blessings, blessings. We'll be together again soon. Tomorrow, if you're able, you can check the schedule for all of the live sessions that we have listed on my profile page. Come be with us in our group, Love Heals All. I love you. You're so precious. You're so beautiful. And you're so, so full of love and worthy of love. It's all right inside of you. See you soon.